Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Crafting Cottage. Today we are going to make this Portly style string pouch and we're going to use our DIY kit from Crafting Cottage. In this kit, let's see what we have. In the kit we have 4 pieces of the front and the back of the pouch. Then we have the wire to make these beads for the string. There are 2 strings of 20 centimeters each for our string pouch, and the base. This is 2 pieces with interlining. I have used a little harder interfacing, but you can choose a different one if you want, and it has the top cloth and the lining for it. Plus you have 4 stitching needles. There is a needle and a thread and piping for it. However, today I'm going to not use the needle and thread. I'm going to use my stitching machine. That is totally up to you. If you want to use needle and thread and stitch it all with hand, it might be a little slow, but you can definitely do it. As you can see that this color is different. It is available in 2 colors, the red gold and the blue-green gold. So you can choose which kit you would like to buy from craftingcottage.de. So let's get started. Alright, so my stitching machine is ready with thread and everything, and now we're just going to look at the 4 main pieces with the lining and the top piece that we have. We have 4 pieces of this in the kit, top and the lining, and then this is the measurement that we have. We have 18 centimeters height and 16 centimeters width, and as I said, there are 4 pieces of that, and our top and the bottom part is approximately 5.5 centimeters radius, and I have used 2 pieces again, the bottom part and the top part, and 5 centimeter of interfacing with this 2 pieces. And first thing that we are going to do is we are going to put the right side in, so both cloth wrong side out, and we're going to make a line. So I'm going to use my ruler and approximately 1 inch. I'm just going to go ahead and use the ruler width itself. I want to make these lines where our strings will go. So here, and then one more line here. So I'm going to leave approximately 1 inch from the top and 1 inch for my strings. So, and using these lines as guideline, I'm going to fold just this part like this, not the whole part, just what is coming in between the lines, because we want this opening for our strings to go in and out. So we will separately stitch them. So we are going to stitch them one at a time. So initially just the inner line, and then the wrong side of this cloth. So I'm going to mark here as well my approximately 1 inch opening that I need. So I know that, and we're going to do this separately again. I'm just going to fold this like this, and only this much part we'll keep the opening. Okay, so I have stitched both the sides, the opening part, as well as from the other side of the cloth, this one, and I have the opening ready. Now again, the back side, the wrong side out, and I'm going to stitch this entire part. So I'm going to stitch it across and like this, and I'm going to stitch these endings too, leaving this side open. So I'm going to stitch the entire part, a wrong side out, so, and then we are going to flip that. So that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, so I have stitched my entire piece together. I have left the openings. Of course, you have to leave the openings. We don't have to stitch these. but we have to stitch it till here. So now I'm going to just flip this over. Okay, so I flipped it over, and now I'm going to stitch this opening as well. So I'm going to just turn it. You can also use the stitching needles that we have to pin it all together. Right now I don't need it, so I'm just going to fold this together and stitch it like this. Okay, so I've stitched it, and our one piece is ready, and here are the openings. I'm going to do exactly the same thing for our other two pieces that we have in the kit, and I'm going to stitch this over and flip it over and iron them and get them ready. So exactly the same way we have to do the second pieces. Alright, so now both my pieces are ready, the back and the front, and the top layer is outside. We've stitched the corners. Now what we have to do is we'll find these openings that we have made for the strings, and I'm going to again go ahead and draw lines with my ruler, and I will go with the same measurement that I had, like using approximately 1 inch from the top and leave 1 inch approximately for the strings. And we are going to stitch over these two lines. So now I've drawn the lines for both my pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and stitch them. Now that both the parts are ready with the stitching, I'm going to join them together, and the front side, the top side in, and now we're going to use the pins. So we're going to use the stitching needle so that it doesn't move, and we can stitch both the parts together. Make sure that you align the stitch that we have just made and the openings together. So I'm going to go ahead and do this so that my cloth doesn't move. Okay, so now I've secured it with the pins, and we're going to stitch the side panels and not the base and the top, because we're going to stitch the round base here. So we just want not stitching the openings. Start from this line and just the straight till here, from here till here. Alright, so now the base is opened and the top is open, but now I'm going to go ahead and stitch these two as well. Leave this part open. There's no stitching needed here, just the top part. This much we will stitch here. Okay, so now that our pouch is pretty much stitched, base is remaining, I am going to take the base out from the pouch now. Alright, so here's my base and our bag. So right side inside, and now I'm going to use my stitching needles to secure this, and then we go ahead and stitch the base together. So here I have secured the base with the stitching pins, and now I'm going to stitch this part. Okay, so we've stitched the base now, and now I'm just going to flip it this over. And now I'm going to use my strings to put them through these holes and get my bag ready. So I still have this opening which I want, and I'm going to put my strings through this. So I've got my string out, and I have already put one string. You can use a big safety pin to go through, and you have to go all around and come out the same way. But the other one, I'm going to go around from the other side. I'm going to go around from this side, go all the way around, and I'm going to come out this way, so that when we pull our strings, the bag closes. So now I've got my strings both the sides, and string is here, and when you pull it, it closes very nicely. So we've got our pouch done. Now what we have to do is attach the bead string to it. So for this, you already have a wire. You have this wire, a thin silver wire, which has a hook attached to it. So there is, on one side this loop is already attached, and the other side there's nothing. We will start putting our beads inside from this open end. Okay, so now that my string is already ready, I've put it inside. All my beads are inside. I'm going to use this loop which is given with the kit, and we're going to place this inside, and notice that the wire which has been given to you is little more than what you need. So we're going to put it very close to the beads, and all you have to do is twist it now. So twist the string around and tightly so that it doesn't get loosened up, and the extra string you can just cut it with a scissor. Twisted it very nice, and my loop is already in. I'm going to cut the extra piece with a scissor. Move your last bead on top so that you know that it's not going to pinch you. Alright, with that our string is ready, and the main idea for this bead string is that it should be approximately so much that your hand goes through it. And now it's ready. All we have to do is we are going to hand stitch this to the sides of our pouch. So we're going to open this now, and I'm going to approximately take this to this stitch, this top, and the other end to this top. I'm going to hand stitch this. Now that our bead is attached, we have hand stitched this, and now we just have to tie a knot here. Okay, now we have tied the knots on the strings, and now the bag is ready. So you just pull the strings and your pouch. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Please share and subscribe. Thank you. Until next time.